All right, what's going on, everyone? This is the NFC East Roundtable, episode 6. I'm your host, LiveWire Sports Entertainment. To my left of me, well, I guess left or right, I have Big Herb, in the house. He's another Commanders fan. I have my homie, my brother from another, Scrub Zero. He's a Giants fan. So we are about to dive into a lot of conversations about past weekend games from the Giants, Commanders, and the Cowboys and Philly. You know, even though our Philly host is not here, but we still gonna tackle it. And we got some breaking news today about the Washington Commanders. So we'll say that for the last part of the segment of tonight and dive into that. So let's get popping.
We talking about the NFC East, home of the hardest hits and the greatest of rivalries, where there's no love lost between these four teams as they fight for their place at the top of the heap. It's the Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants. We got you covered no matter who you may ride with. They play the games and we give the show. So welcome to our round table.
All right.
Man, I was jamming. The beat is funky. That's it, boy. That is it. I'm sitting there getting it down.
I see you. I don't see
Appreciate.
Yeah. You know it. So, oh man, I got two guys that really worked on some of my intro. The same guy that did this intro, he did the aftermath intro. Wait till you hear that. You can like that. And then I got another guy. He did my regular LiveWire Sports intro for when I do regular videos and stuff like that. But anyway, we here tonight to talk about some good old NFC East football. Man, don't you know with the Commanders winning on Sunday, and we at 4-4, the NFC East is what I think is 25-8. They have a winning percentage of 7.757. That's the highest in the league right now, combined with all three of our teams. Even though the Giants, lost over the weekend, the Cowboys won, the Phillies won, but still, that is phenomenal. So we all need to tip our hats off to being the best conference. Best division in the in NFL right now.
Yeah.
So
and the last place team just happened to be the most talked about team, right, in the NFC East the past week, and especially today. Especially today. So,
trust me. I was at work and I happened to go on YouTube and I seen Rio Robinson on there. And he was talking. I said, "Oh, what the HE double?" And I was like, "Okay, I can't even do a video to it, but I say since I have a show tonight, we'll definitely dive in." All right, now we're gonna recap Sunday's games, starting with Scrub because I heard that in the background. So, Scrub, Giants and Seahawks.
Talk to me, Scrub.
Talk to me. What happened?
It started promising. We get the stop on defense, get the ball on offense, get like a 6-yard gain on first down, and on second down, Mike Kafka decides to go with another pass. Incompletion, third down. We don't get it. Have to punt, 3 and out. We force a 3 and out on defense. Get the ball back. Get a 7-yard completion on first down. Mike Kafka calls another pass. We called 6 pass plays on the first 6 plays and went 3 and out. Had 3 and outs on the first 3 drives. Only got the 1 TD on a short field because of the Dory Jackson turnover. Richie James was a complete liability. He had 2 special teams fumbles. Defense was out there too long because your offense couldn't do anything couldn't keep themselves on the field, couldn't get anything going. We gave up that 15-play drive where Seattle converted 2 4th downs, and honestly, we should have lost by more points than what we did, because Tyler Lockett got behind Adoree Jackson more than one time, because Adoree Jackson's a piece of toast that just gets burnt every week. I'm through with that guy, but they missed a few opportunities. Did the Seahawks? I mean, the defense was okay, but it wasn't good enough.
So you watched that game. I mean, let me know. Seattle, do they seem legit with Geno?
They're better than the Giants, I'll tell you that.
Really?
Yes. They're better team than the Giants.
Because I think, when I think it was the first game of the season when Seattle played Denver, and everybody thought Russell Wilson was going to cook Seattle, and this was a game where oh gosh, I can't. Every time I have his name, Jamal Adams was in the game and he got hurt. I think if Jamal Adams didn't get hurt and he was playing the whole season up to now, Seattle, they're very formidable. I mean, because I think the way Pete Carroll has them playing and has Geno playing, they're doing enough to win. Granted, Kenneth
Walker.
Kenneth Walker has provided that much needed running back stability that they was looking for years ago after Marshawn Lynch, and they never could find it. They kept having, so that a good running back helping Geno, and Geno picking his spots and everything, and it helps because Geno never had a roster like this when he was at the Jets. He was there with Rex Ryan. They never built nothing around him to show his true potential. Just imagine if he did had a team like with Seattle he had when he came out of college. Imagine how good Geno would have been, and where he probably would have been in a conversation getting one of these big paydays. We don't never know. Yeah. I mean, so to me, I never thought Geno was a bad quarterback, but when you go to a franchise that is so decimated for success, you're going to look like the worst person getting drafted there, and you're never going to get a chance. But my hat's off to Geno Smith.
No doubt.
For going into a situation and being able to maximize the ability that is given to him. Now, as for the Giants, I picked the Giants to win this game just because of the role it was on. I felt like this was a letdown game for them. I do believe going to next week, the Giants will come out and play a little bit better. I think sometimes you be on a high and then you're not expecting the other team to play as well as you think they're going to play. And you think the same things that you've been doing constantly is going to continue to work. I think there could have been, I think the Giants probably wish with the turnovers and all of that stuff, they had opportunities to probably, put points on the board. But at the same time, you got to think you're playing against a Seattle team that got a lot of confidence and they has been winning. And granted, Seattle is leading their division right now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because you look what's going on with 49ers, and I'm telling you now, 49ers are about to be sneaky good. They're gonna be that team that you're gonna have to keep your eye on for the rest of the division.
Well, they got talent, and you gotta realize that they got the Swiss Army knife, right? Actually, they have two. Right? They got CMC now, who first game just performed, right?
Yeah.
And you got Debo. Debo is like a Swiss Army knife himself. But my thing is this: can they coexist? You know what I mean? Because Debo is a ball dominant guy. So is CMC. And then what's the guy? Akiar, what was the receiver?
Agnew.
What's his name?
Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Man, he's been stepping up. And Kittle has been absent. So I just, it's only one ball, right?
My question more so is what does how does Jimmy Garoppolo continue playing? Is he going to continue playing well, or is he going to turn back into Jimmy Garoppolo, who we know is not a very good quarterback? And then Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
How's he going to handle situations? Because I think it's just time to come to the realization he's really just an offense coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And not a good.
Well, his focus is definitely on the offense. Although did they just get rid of Jeff Wilson, right?
Yeah, they traded him to the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, Scrub, you took the words out of my mouth because I think Jimmy G is the catalyst. You know, if he could play well, that is as far as the 49ers go. If he doesn't play well, it don't matter what McCaffrey or Debo does, you know what I'm saying, because they have the team, but Jimmy G is going to be that ingredient. Will he be Jimmy G that could, you know, take them to the Super Bowl like the last time, or if he's going to be Jimmy G that the pressure, the lights is going to be too high for him and he's going to crumble. So that's going to be raining machine. All right. I want to go to the next NFC East game, and I'm gonna save the Commanders for last. I'm gonna go to Dallas, and who would Dallas play? Chicago. Now, I didn't expect for the score to be 49-29 in that game, but it was surprising because the way Dallas came out. And I'm gonna have to take my hats off to Tony Pollard, man. The dude, this was his breakout game, and we said this last week. He has to have a breakout game while Zeke out because that's going to show Jerry Jones going from here to now to next season that you could draft another young running back to back him up, and let Tony Pollard be the lead back and find a trade partner for Zeke. I kept saying this. I told people, I said, I think this is Zeke's last year in Dallas. I think his time has come, and I think they're going to find a way to move on with him. The defense played really well, as always. Dak, he played a little bit better than he played last week. So, and even though Chicago looked like they was trying to make a game of it, but they just couldn't execute enough plays.
Yeah, Chicago definitely did themselves a favor by bringing in Chase Claypool. That's going to help them because their offense is still pretty limited, right? Mm-hmm. But Claypool's a big target that can stretch the field, and they needed that because the guy they got from New England, he just doesn't have that big playability. Who's the kid?
Talking about N'Keal Harry?
Harry.
Yeah.
Although he's a big frame kid, just like Claypool is more explosive. So I'm expecting some bigger things from Chicago because they have a sound running game. They just got to get the passing game in tune, just like the running game is, because their quarterback is a dual threat guy. They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. I really think they will.
No, they're not, because that coaching staff is still awful. I have no faith in that coaching staff. They're ruining Justin Fields. They didn't want him to begin with. They should have traded. They should trade him. Bro. And Claypool's okay, but Claypool's the number 2. All right, so now you upgraded from your best guy being a number 3 receiver to being and now you have a number 2 receiver, but you still don't have a number 1 receiver. Your offensive coordinator don't know how to call no dang on plays for Justin Fields. You see, you get yourself into the game, and then I can't with Chicago because this is supposed to be a good defensive team. Clearly, that didn't happen on Sunday because Dallas hit him up for 42 offensively. Got the defensive touchdown because Fields decided to pull off his best impression of Michael Jordan jumping over Parsons, which is crazy.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. You remember when Khalil Mack got traded from Chicago? How good was their defense after he left?
They definitely took a hit.
They were still all right, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So now that Laquan Smith has been traded to the Ravens, that whatever piece of defense that they did have is going to get worse for them now because
you got to understand they traded Quinn too.
Right.
Oh yeah, they traded Quinn too. Robert Quinn too. Yeah.
So maybe that's why they're trying to build that offense, because they're going to start giving up more points. I mean, their running game is definitely top tier with the guys they have, the 2 running backs that they have.
Yeah.
But they're gonna. I guess they're making that sacrifice and say, "Hey, we're just gonna have to try to outscore some people."
You can't, because especially if you turn if they don't make enough plays and they end up turning the ball over, it don't matter how much offensive weapons they're gonna have, because they need a defense to stop somebody. And I figure Roquan Smith would have been gone early in the season or before the season, midway through the season.
Yeah, I wanted my boys to make a play for him. Like, oh.
Good afternoon, lady. How you doing?
I'd have been here sooner if your ass follow instructions. That's how I'm doing. This is how I'm follow instructions.
No, there ain't no structure. I told you last week. I sent it out in the email to everybody.
And I told you when I first met you, I get over 100 emails through my business every minute on the minute, and it gets buried. It gets buried.
Ma'am, calm down. Calm down. It's okay.
It's hard for her to be calm today. Like I said, Commanders.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not damn calming down. What I'm saying to you is this: I told you that this shit gets buried, right? And you keep doing it. Why?
We got you, baby. You here now?
It's okay. It's okay.
What would you do? Squirrel? What would you do? Would you just send it to me like I asked you to? Or would you just keep doing it?
I would. The method that would be most convenient to you is how I would. Because knowing that the email
that's why I love those eyes.
Hold on, Scrub. Now she said her emails get buried. Now it's a group email with everybody's name on there. So
yeah, and it just everybody just gets buried. I don't understand your point. Their email may not get buried. Mine does.
Well, okay. Well, we right now we talk about the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we're not. I'm going back. Gino, people forget that Gino.
No,
what happened with Gino?
What
happened with Gino was he ran his mouth in the locker room to one of those big boys and got his jaw broke. That's what ruined him and his career. Remember, he was out, and then the dude took his job. Y'all forgot about that?
Yeah, but Rex Ryan didn't help him either. Okay. Rex Ryan did not help him. Rex Ryan had Gino. He had Mark Sanchez, and every quarter
fumble
until now, because they got a coach over there. But before they even had Michael Vick over there.
Yeah. Hey, Rima, I want to thank you, girl, because I definitely forgot about my man getting his jaw broke. How long ago was that?
That was the second year he got his jaw broken.
That was yeah. He got the starting position, and it went to his head, and he tried to go in the locker room and be jazzy and got blasted. That's what happened.
Well,
hey, was the word out on who blasted him or not?
Ian Polly.
Yeah. I remember. That's who blasted him. Yep.
Who was it?
Ian Polly.
Yep.
He out the league. I take it.
I can't even pronounce that name.
Yeah. Well, now.
Yeah.
Now, but he just felt like, wait, hold on, Gino, you ain't done enough to be coming here, running your mouth and stepping up in my face, and he blasted him.
If I'm remembering the situation correctly, Gino was supposed to show up to an event that he agreed to show up for, and he didn't even give him notice.
And he paid him to be there, though.
Right. And then
he was talking shit to him like, I wasn't there. What you gonna do? And he blasted him.
Yep.
And that reminded me of
I remember it now. That's been a minute.
That reminded me of that Michael Westbrook and Stephen Davis incident a long time ago.
Yeah, speaking of getting blasted, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, no, I just didn't want. I think that Geno Smith is doing well and all of that, but he shot himself in the foot by going up against those big dudes like he did, because
Well, I hope
been
the
out
brother
this week.
stay humble right now because he made some comments about, and I'll be honest with you, I'm almost expecting Gino to go back to the Gino that I've known the past few years, but he looks pretty consistent. And I watched the brother; he's very accurate.
Yeah,
and he throws with velocity.
Gino can ball.
Yeah. But Gino was playing well last year when he stepped in for Russell last year. He played well then, so I just feel
Is he
like,
on the right side of 30? Is he still in his 20s?
Nah.
How long has Gino been in the league?
He's 32. I think he come in with Russell Wilson. They just went to different teams.
No,
he's 32, 33.
He was, I think, 2013.
Oh, he's been in that long?
Yeah. But like I said, I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's in a situation that's going to give him the opportunity to succeed. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks don't get that kind of opportunity after you've been buried down into a franchise. Regardless of what the incident was or whatever the case might be. I just think I'm happy for him. And,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Russ thought Seattle was not going to play as well as he thought they was after he left, and they showed him. And Seattle's going to pretty much benefit in the draft because they got all the number 1 picks, going into the offseason, and they could put more around Gino. If Pete Carroll said, "Hey, Gino's going to be the guy," they could add more weapons. They could add more to the offensive line. They could add more to the defense. So, I mean, sky's the limit for Gino. It's up to him to take it. But I wanted to go back to the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys game. We was talking about, Justin Fields and, Chicago depleting their defensive line now since they traded Robert Quinn and Raquan Smith away. Also, I said, Dak did look pretty good against the Bears. Don't know how long that could continue, and everything like that. So everybody was sharing their insight on that pretty much.
Well, I must admit I lost a little respect for Justin Fields. Because I don't know. You all tell me. You all played football. Is there a time when you all playing and you don't want to get your cleats dirty, so you jump over the guy? You jump over the guy that's clearly recovering the fumble, and just let him run it back.
Hey, so is that college where if you jump over a guy, he's down?
Well,
that's
college,
Justin Fields.
With college, if you got a turnover in that spot, you just down automatically.
I can dig it.
But Justin did a hurdle. He didn't jump. He hurdled over Parsons, and all he had to do even if you jump just to touch him down, you jump clearly like almost 5 yards past the guy, and he got
to get his cleats dirty,
and he got up and ran. So. I mean,
he was shocked. Did you see Michael? He was looking around like,
yeah, he was.
He was like, damn, did he touch me? Did he jump? Go!
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that was crazy. That was a crazy sequence. I couldn't even explain it again.
But as far as my comments with Dallas, I've seen this from Dallas before. I'm with Stephen A. Just wait. I mean,
you know what was the most concerning thing to me about the game though from Dallas is the fact that they let Chicago back in it before they pulled away again. The fact that they got back into it. You were rolling, got 4 TDs on your first 4 drives, and then it started going to hell in the third, late in the first half into the third quarter. You have it 27-22, and then the fumble from Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like those are the kind of things you can't let happen because all right, you won this game. The Bears aren't a very good team, so So one or two turnovers like that will do them in. But against a better team, you're gonna lose that game.
I kind of thought when the Bears started creeping back into the game, I started thinking like, I said, this might look bad on Dallas if Chicago gets enough momentum and make it a real good game, because they could have probably win. But I'm not to be funny, but the Commanders did not even allow them to score that many points against us. They didn't even score that many points against us. And I'm like, Dallas just like, they supposed to have that, that good defense, but they allowed them back in the game. They let them back in the game, but that's just how Dallas operates, you know what I'm saying? And, Dak, I just say the second half of the season going to be the tell of the tape. And I do have my thoughts on the second half of the season. I'll share that later on in the segment, because it's going to be surprising how everything going to be switched around in the second half of the season when it comes down to these 4 teams. The next game I'm going to move on to is the Eagles and the Steelers, that was no contest. Woo! because AJ Brown was just mossing them boys left and right. Oh my God.
He said on two occasions, two, y'all can't touch me.
Yeah, he said, like your man Birdman, all 3 of y'all. All 3 of y'all. I burned you, and I burned you. I said, damn.
What's going on, Jose? Nice to see you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I do believe the Eagles they're gonna lose a game. I see it coming from them, but that was just a dominant performance, because the Eagles, the Steelers really, they just trying for position right now, especially when it comes to the draft and everything like that.
Well, I think we know that the steel curtain isn't steel anymore. We know that's not typically what we get from Pittsburgh. And you got to go ahead and whoop their ass when you can, because God knows when they come back, it won't be as easy. And it's not their fault. They did what they were supposed to do to them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. AJ Brown was, man, he was just going. He went off. He just went off that game. It's just ain't too much you could say about the Eagles. He made Jalen Hurts day eat very, very easy.
You go for $156 on 6 receptions for 3 touchdowns.
I'm gonna go back to what I said about Dak, and the same thing I said about Jalen. These guys cannot throw into small windows. You see what Dallas was doing to Jalen when they got back in the game? Mm-hmm. They were pressuring him. They were boxing him in. Now, he'll kill you with his legs. But just like Dak, he can throw in a space.
Yeah.
And so I just think once people start lighting the fire, I don't think that part of his game has elevated yet.
Yeah, I think with both of them, because they had these deep threats, it's easy for them to toss it long. But when it comes down to the short game, it's difficult because teams start pressuring them a little bit, just like you said. And that's where Dak makes his mistake at, because every time there's a short game to be had from Dallas, he throws an interception. Or every time. It's always an interception. And either they taking it back to the house or it's just a regular interception. So whoa. Hold on, guys. I just got a text from Nikki, like, yo, where's the link? I'm just saying. I email everybody. I do it. Okay, Scrub, did you get the?
Okay,
you get
just
the,
give her the same tone. Give her the same tone that you gave me. That's all.
I will. Can you?
Well, text her the link.
I don't have a number.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
Why your voice get so soft?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm a team player. I'm gonna send it to you. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't no cock blocker. So there you go. I sent it to you so she can get in. Okay. Close your mouth, man. Close your mouth.
My mouth.
Oh, damn. He gone. You see? You talk about Nikki, boy. He disappeared. Damn.
That's how it be.
All right. I just sent it to her. Anyway, when she come in, I'll let her jump on her Dallas Cowboys. But now we gonna go to two.
So that's it. We ain't even gonna say nothing else about the Eagles.
Nah. I mean, what else need to be said?
I don't think we have enough time to talk about my boys.
Oh, we're not gonna get to the juicy stuff until later on, but we gonna recap this game against the Colts because
you mean the Heineken doing it again?
Yes, the Heineken.
Yeah, as my saying goes, can I get a Heineken for a Heineken? So you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't have taken that because Scott Turner had so much chances in the first half to really put India away. They was moving the ball, running the ball, and they just kept getting a play calling stagnant.
Yeah,
because go ahead.
It was almost as if he knew we were going to win. I think we took them for granted. I really did. The way we played, the lack of intensity, it was almost like we're going to put them away. We're going to put them away. Now, when it looked like at the very end, like, oh, shit, we about to lose this thing. You saw all types of emotions coming out and a sense of urgency coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But they should have did that for 3 quarters. It wouldn't have been a game, right?
Yep.
And Scott has to wake the hell up because I'm watching this play call and I'm like, dude, what? You know, no sense of urgency whatsoever. Like, we're going to beat them. We're going to beat them. And, you know, we got it done. And right now we getting ugly wins, but I'd rather have ugly wins than a pretty loss.
I mean, I'm going to take the wins any day of the week. But at the same time.
Shit straight out your mouth.
Huh?
I was saying I'm glad Herb got that stuff straight out of his mouth. We had some. Were you following us on Facebook? We had some little back and forth going. We had to straighten some people out. Mark.
Little disagreement.
No, I know.
We had to. Yeah, we did.
I mean, we had to keep it off air though. You know how that is.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she can get a little violent. She can get a little violent, as you know.
Martin, Herb is not being honest with you. He's come around to this thinking. Okay, because he was really trashing our team.
Oh, and I'm going to when I'm not happy.
I reached out to him, Martin. He was killing us softly.
Hey, Martin. Let me tell you, when I'm disappointed, I'm gonna speak on it, right? Seriously, because I know we can do better, and majority of it is our coaching, right?
Well, that's the number one thing. You know, and Carson Wentz, now he's not starting, but the coaching, Scott Turner cannot call plays. He will call 1 quarter good, 3 quarters bad. 1 half good, the other half bad. When you got a guy that is very mobile and could get into space, use his ability to your liking. You got too many weapons on this offense for us to not score 25 to 30 points a game. I understand that our offensive line is a little banged up, but they getting back healthy. They all coming back.
No, they played better. They played better.
Our defense been holding it down for 3 weeks.
So look, did you see how many targets Terry McLaurin had prior to the fourth quarter?
1.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I have to be honest. Robinson not getting it done. You gotta feed Gibson. You have to. You can see he has a little more to himself. You know, him being benched right there probably was a blessing to that kid. You know what I mean? Seriously, it's very unfortunate what happened to Robinson. Right? It's very unfortunate. But Gibson needed he needed a boost some kind of way. Him being benched, right, losing his job might have been what we need, because you can see it in him. I mean, you can see it. He's this far away from taking it to the house damn near all the time. It's unfortunate too that we got McKissick. He's really falling down on the bench, but he won't be here next year. I don't think McKissick will be.
No, I don't think so either. But at the same time, like, I understand what they're trying to do on offense, run the ball, you know, get the runs with Robinson, then use McKissick as that more dynamic player, because McKissick is just like Pollard for Dallas, but he's better to me. McKissick, I mean, not McKissick.
You said he's better?
Not McKissick, I mean
Gibson.
Gibson is better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, and you see, because he could catch better and everything. Yeah, we don't know what Robinson would have been if he didn't have that accident. So he's really kind of like getting back into game shape. Every game is like getting back into shape. Yeah, he has some. Last week they both ran really good. We had a total over 100 yards. But a game like this, when you was able to move the ball gradually in the first half, and then you only managed to 7 points going into halftime, that right then and there, you should have came out in the second half, because Washington got the ball back in the second half. You should have went down the field and scored right then and there. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I love this segment and I love you guys, because I picked up on something from Rima, right? She had mentioned how my boy Robinson was tiptoeing, right? I didn't really notice that, but she brought it to my attention, and I was like, damn, he's not slamming that ball up in there the way we need him to. He was tiptoeing a little bit. So they didn't play him much. You guys notice he didn't play a whole lot, right?
No, he didn't play that much in the second half.
How many carries did he have? Did he have 10
carries?
10? He did have 10?
8.
Yeah,
he had 8
for like 20,
he had 20 the game
yards.
before.
And honestly, something else I was watching too is how the offense, the scheme of the offensive line on certain plays, because like the plays that he ran, like there'll be to me, I'm expecting him to bounce from the inside to the outside to get around, because during that game, that outside was open all the time. But then he'll go in, and now that you mentioned about the tiptoeing, I was like, he's not getting into the hole like he was last game, and I was like, what is really going on? Is he bothered by something or whatever? But then that's when down in the fourth quarter, when we was making that run, then you saw a lot of McKissick and you saw a lot of Antonio Gibson, a whole lot more in the second half. I give him time, you know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, we just don't know what he would have been, because he was really playing at a high level before he got injured. So maybe his injury still bother him a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably more than what they say, So I know, speaking of that, something came out today where I think they caught the guys that shot him. Did you guys hear anything?
It was a 17-year-old boy teen that they caught. They said they caught that shot him and stuff.
So they caught one of the two, or they only really looking at the shooter?
Well, I think the first time the incident happened, they said they had caught one and they were still looking for the other one. So maybe this is the second guy right here.
Okay.
Y'all carry on. Give me a second.
Well, I know one thing. I'd rather I like your quarterback more than the one I have.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I've always been a fan of your quarterback, man. His athletic ability. it's not like he's really athletic. It's just he's fast. When he gets going, he can be gone. You know, because I just don't think he's very athletic, but he is a hell of an athlete. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
He has a tendency to trip over himself.
No doubt.
I see him on the open field. I'm like, this dude does not look like he's coordinated with his feet.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. He's fast, but he's not all that athletic. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, Danny Dimes had hurt us. He hurt.
Oh, no doubt.
He have hurt us. So,
no doubt.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hey, young lady. How are you?
I'm good.
I sent the email out on Sunday night to everybody. So I didn't expect for you to be here because of, she told me what happened. So what I do, I'll send it out the day before.
Okay.
So therefore everybody could get it on time. And then if there's any changes, then because Andre's not here, he wasn't here last week, and he said he couldn't make it tonight. So we have to get some substitutes in, and I got a big announcement to let you know at the end after the live stream. So once the live stream is over, don't go nowhere. So I'll explain it all to you.
Yeah. So I don't know Sunday. Yeah, I was on the highway Sunday coming back from my cousin's funeral. Yeah. And of course, I know she told y'all my brother passed away Tuesday night.
My condolences to you and your family.
It's just been, Lord, it's just been one thing after another. But hey, it's okay. Football is my happy space.
Yes. Okay. So, since you are in now, I'm going to let you give us your take about your boys this weekend and what did you like and dislike?
I was on the highway, so I didn't watch the game until Monday. So of course I record all the games and I go back and watch them. My likes were Kellen Moore finally ran the ball. Mm-hmm. He finally kept the ball on the ground and got more out of running the ball because he finally seen that Chicago was a team that you can run on, even though they can run on you as well because Justin Fields is so talented. I like that. I liked play calling was pretty good. It was okay up until when he started making Dak throw the ball, right before halftime. I'm like, why you just don't keep the ball on the ground? Why are you making him throw, the ball? But what I want to see more from Dak, and we should already be seeing it because this is going into his 7th season. I want to see him recognize that a certain play is not going to work. Mm-hmm. And don't wait on Kellen Moore and them to, audible into you and tell you, change this, change that. You are the leader of this team. Take control of this team. Take control of the team on the field. If you see something ain't right, you change the play. You say, hey, this is what I seen, and this is I'm changing it. I want to see more of him there because that interception totally was unacceptable and it could have been prevented. Mm-hmm. Of course, defense still balling, defense still doing what they're doing. I just think that penalties is still an issue with this team. You see, we seem to always get penalties at the wrong time in a game. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, the Bears wasn't not that good of a team. So I seen all these things and I seen these good things, but I still need to see these things against a better team. Yeah. So I give them credit for coming out and doing what they're supposed to do to a team like the Bears, but I need to see this type of performance from them with a better defense, a better offense. An offense that can go toe to toe with them, versus, it's a team you can blow out the
like
water.
The Commanders, yes.
Well, y'all actually been doing good. You know, y'all should have had Heineken in from the beginning. I say off top that I felt like that was a waste of money to bring in Carson Wentz. I knew for one, he wasn't going to stay healthy. And I knew for two, like, he just don't have it anymore. He just don't. He just don't, you know. After his first year with the Eagles, you know, and really he played well, but he wasn't the one took him to the Super Bowl.
But
ultimately, it was folks.
Hey, Nikki, let me intervene a little bit, right? It's just that it's hard to compare a quarterback that's been in the system 6 years versus a quarterback that's been in the system 6 games, right? That's all we had from Wentz. I mean, him breaking his finger was a fluke. I mean, you know, it happens. But he won't get that opportunity to be around if Heineke continues to play well, because Heineke is all about wins. He's not a big stats guy. He's going to do whatever the hell he can to win. The boy is not incredibly talented, but the boy is a gamer. He will drive. He will do whatever the hell he can to get that dub. And the players, they piggyback off of that. When he comes in, there's a sense of urgency that the team just comes in and just performs well. I mean, they scrap with that dude, right? He's a little scrapper. That's what he is. He doesn't have a big arm. He's not overly athletic, but he is athletic. But that dude, he just gives us a shot in the arm. Sometimes that's what we need.
Right.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say, listen, Carson Wentz been in the league long enough to know where to throw the ball, where not to throw the ball. He's made too many mistakes from year one on. It's a lot of the same stuff. I don't care what system he in. If you can't get it done, you can't get it done. And that boy just can't get it done.
Hey, Scrub, let's say this, though, brother. Scrub, he was on pace, right, to set some big-time records. The brother had 10 touchdowns, and he didn't have that many interceptions. He was protecting the ball, right? You ask a Colts fan what they think about them getting what's the boy Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was on pace to set an NFL record for turnovers.
But Herb,
they ain't have no faith in Carson. They know that Ryan's done. That's why they go to Sam Elliott. Come on, man.
All I'm gonna say is
they thought they could get it done with him, they would have kept him. That's just the fact.
So the brother had, what did he have last year? 27.
I don't care if he had 900.
All right, that's numbers. When you look at the tape, did he play well?
Hey, Nikki,
did he get it done?
Hold your ears, Nikki. But their owner is a dick. Truly, the owner's a dick. The owner's a dick.
But but the Jacksonville game killed Carson Wentz last year.
That's one game, though. They gave up on their brother for one game.
But they
should have beat Jacksonville.
Okay, check this out then. He had a chance to beat Tennessee, the same position Taylor Heineke was in when Taylor Heineke ran it in for 1 yard. Carson Wentz could have did that. We could have won that game against Tennessee.
But this is the thing. They told that dude, you cannot get tackled or the game is over. That's what they told him.
But he said there, and you know what? But
you know what? What you
supposed
to do? You supposed to not get tackled and take your 6'5", 245 long ass neck and stretch it over the damn goal line.
Let's hope Heineke keeps winning. I pray that boy keeps winning.
Of course, we hope Heineke keeps winning because Heineke's a better quarterback.
Look at Josh Allen.
And we believe in this kid.
Trust me, Heineke ain't giving up that spot. Because last year, when he had to come in for Mr. I broke my hip, Fitzpatrick, last year, and he went on a 4-game winning streak and beat Tom Brady last year.
That brother is winning 70%. He's winning 70% of his games in the last 10.
And that's not by accident. That's not by accident.
Oh no, it's not. He makes the most out of his opportunities.
Right.
I have more faith in Taylor Heineke than a bowl of Cocoa Puffs right now.
I have more faith in a bowl of Cocoa Puffs than I got in Carson Wentz.
So, and trust me, okay, say for instance, Taylor Heineke he probably going to do for a bad game sometime down the line. It happens to everybody. But guess what? In 2 games, Taylor Heineke threw an interception that got ran back for a touchdown, and guess what he did? Came back with 2 more touchdowns and won the game. Last week, he threw another interception, came right back, through
Hey, the brother's a gamer.
So
I'm telling you.
therefore, Ron Rivera knows this. And I know they realize it now that they made a mistake by taking on a contract that we could have spread out for other positions on this field. You know what I'm saying? Like linebacker, more depth on the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes coaches do make dumb executive mistakes, and Ron Rivera, he has made dumb mistakes. The quarterback position from the summer was the dumbest mistake. You already spent like a 1-year deal for Fitzpatrick that we still had to pay him for. Yeah. Then you turn around and got $28 million a contract for Carson Wentz when you had Taylor Heineke set back there.
I'll be honest. I think we did what we had to do in terms of we couldn't have done any more in terms of bringing in a vet and in terms of drafting Howe, who just fell in our lap. He fell in our lap the second round, the third round, the fourth round. Then in the fifth round, if we didn't take him, I was going to go slap the shit out of somebody. I was like, he fell in our lap. Second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round. So quarterback, we got it secured right now. I mean, we do. Heineke, the way the boy is playing, we got to let him do his thing. And if he doesn't, then you got to give Howell his shot. I know everybody talking about, well, you know, we got to draft a quarterback next year if we don't do this. No, the fuck we don't. No, we don't.
I'm telling you, this team got too many needs. This team got too many needs on the offensive line and the linebacker position and the cornerback position.
Well, how did you feel we didn't make a play for Roquan? I'm not going to say we don't because I didn't know it. Because he also has to want to come here. You understand what I'm saying?
It depends on what we was going to give up for him. You know what I'm saying? If the price was too steep, no. But if we could have got him on a cheap deal, because
getting that brother cheap.
Because by us trading William Jackson right now, we got William Jackson. We saved a dead cap of $9 million, which that we have extra money now that we could pay Deron Payne in the off season.
Oh yeah, we got to keep that brother. I'm so glad we did not trade him.
I want to say a couple of quick things. Because I don't know what is going on with my internet, but and Herb, we talked about this. You all were talking about Robinson, and just real quick, because what I told her, I'm a mental health therapist, right? And I'm saying this dude was shot, grazed 3 times with bullets, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get no counseling, no. Does he have PTSD? I'm sure he has some trauma, if nothing else. And because he's running differently, he's tapping. It's almost like he's not. He's just not comfortable within himself. It looks like, but it's they talk about this mental health stuff in the NFL, but when it's all said and done, they need to. If they're getting him some help, then they need to at least let the public know that we're staying true to really, caring. It's not just about CTE. This man wasn't out here doing dirty things. Somebody's tried to rob and tried to kill him. Now, I've not ever had to overcome knowing somebody was trying to kill me.
No. So, babe, Raymond.
Wow.
So Raymond, could that be something that's very confidential? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I speaking of confidential, if you're calling me babe, that should be confidential.
That way we can edit this shit out. You know what I mean? So anyway,
damn. Look, honey, I don't know why. I gotta put my disclaimer out here. I don't know why it was called babe.
I don't either.
Okay.
You're female.
Hey.
I know that.
Okay.
I might have said that to you too, Nikki. Goddamn it. So
Well, please say it to Nikki, please.
No, I ain't heard it.
Well, don't say it to Nikki. You may not get invited back to this show. Don't say that.
I know. Well, anyway, let's take some time to move on from that shit. I tend to do that.
We were messy.
No, but the other thing,
30 grand, baby.
The other thing that I wanted to say was that it looks like to me our first round draft pick, our linebacker, has woke up. Did y'all notice that? Look like he's waking up.
He's definitely been playing better. He's
catching the speed of the game.
Right. He's waking up, guys.
Yeah.
But you, I'm glad you touched on it because I did a post game video after the game on Sunday, and I gave him his flowers, and I said Jamin Davis has been progressing every game, and even though he got beat on that real route, he didn't give up the touchdown. But the next play, he stopped them on 3rd and 1 to make them kick a field goal.
Oh, big time, big time.
That's how you come back from a bad play. If we could get Kendall Fuller to play like that every game, and I think now Kendall Fuller has stepped up a little bit more because he don't have William Jackson there. I think now he's seen that William Jackson got benched, and he thinking in his mind like, hey, I might get benched too, so I need to start playing a little bit better. So hats off to Jamin Davis. I want him to continue to grow and continue. Now he's starting to, like you said, Nikki, he's catching up with the speed of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm not gonna be mad. You got to be very special as a linebacker. You got to be a Michael Parsons. Most linebackers, I mean, to cover a wheel route, I mean, you got to be very special to shut that down.
My thing is this: we just don't have depth after Jamin Davis. In terms, I mean, let's pray for a safe keeper the boys' health, because we just after Jamin Davis and Holcomb, we got pure trash. Pure trash.
So you think Bostic is just pure trash? Because I think his leadership has been making a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his leadership, but in terms of him making plays,
Bostic is good against the run. He's not good against the pass.
Well, Bostic hasn't played a whole lot so far this year.
But Mayo was out there Sunday. Mayo was
okay.
Out there.
Speaking of Mayo, if we had,
I like Hellman's better.
A little more athletic, he'd have came up with that damn interception that hit him in the hands. But granted, okay, he was in position.
I'm sorry, hit him in the hands? That sounds like he just need to catch it. But that's why he played defense and not offense.
But have you noticed the change of the defense? That's the biggest thing.
Right.
How they've been playing. They've been playing 4 down linemen and 7 in the box, 7 in the back. So that helped a whole lot the way they was playing earlier, and that's why they getting pressure with 4. And then with Chase coming back,
Chase Young coming back,
that's going to add more. And hats off to Abada too, because he's been playing good. Smith, I guess what are that dude named Smith something? That's the other defense end that's been taking Chase spot. But Abada has been playing really, really well.
We have good depth. Yeah.
So them guys been getting. I mean, Abada has 3.5 sacks. Deron Payne has 4.5 sacks. Allen has 3.
Sweat
has 3. So we have over 20, I think 22, because I counted on Sunday. We got 22 sacks as a team for the season right now. So hey, I mean, hats off to the defense. And maybe Jake the Real had to light a fire up into Jamin Davis to get him to get that out of him, and he's been playing like really, really well. So now what we had a couple of trades that happened in the NFL. We just talked about Chase Poole going to Chicago. How's that going to work for him? Raquan Smith going to.
We're not going to talk about our own.
Oh, William Jackson. I am so glad he gone.
I am.
Why y'all trade him to?
Oh,
nothing says get the hell out more. So
didn't he go to the Steelers?
Yeah, he went to the Steelers.
And we swapped
6
late
and 7 round picks.
Yeah, we sent Jackson and a 7 for a 6. Yeah, that's what we did. Jackson and a 7 for 6.
Nothing says you're terrible louder than that.
Oh, okay, but hear me out. How can a guy be a man corner like he is known to be and just can't play zone? And then we had Josh Norman, who's a zone corner. He just couldn't play man. So I'm like,
some of them
we
guys
have
are just
a
like
scouting talent issue.
Oh, we definitely do. We definitely do. We definitely do.
No,
It's also a scheme issue.
No,
Right.
There's just guys who are bad in zone and good in man and good in man and bad in zone. It's just what it is.
Yeah, some guys just can't be a dual threat like that.
But guess what? When he go to Pittsburgh and he got to deal with all of them weapons out there.
Now watch. He don't have that same issue in Pittsburgh.
Oh, he gonna have it. He gonna get burned. I'm waiting on it. I'm going to be watching a game where he playing, and I'm going to publicize that he's going to get burned. There ain't nobody over there in AFC he could stick 1-on-1 with. It's not gonna happen. You put him in zone, he might survive. You put him on an island by himself. You all right over
there? There's one piece of the game that I think happens to a lot of athletes. We as fans, we just call them a bust and get them out of here.
Yeah.
But sometimes, if we go back to Tim Tebow, you can be a great college player and just not cutting the mustard, at the professional level. And some of these guys, they really don't have that football IQ. Like for Micah to be able to play 3, 4, 5 different positions well, you got to have a total IQ for what you're doing. Like Jackson, to me, Fuller, what I have seen, they don't seem to actually have the IQ. Like, hey, yes, that guy that's coming in the space, yeah, go over there near him. You're not supposed to just let him catch it.
Can you imagine if we had the chance to draft Michael Parsons?
Well, we would have to move up, but why didn't we?
Exactly.
You know what it is with some of these guys? They ain't got this.
I'm gonna tell you another thing too.
Yeah, nothing in between the breastbone. You're right.
We shouldn't allow the Falcons, because the Falcons drafted Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame, and I have not heard his name one time this year.
You mean the Ravens?
The Ravens
got him.
Yeah.
And we allowed the Ravens to jump us. I wanted Kyle Hamilton.
He was there. He was there for us, and we traded back.
We have issues.
He was there, and we traded back. He fell to us, and we said, "We're gonna trade back." I was like, "What?"
We could have got him, and we could have still end up getting Dotson
in the second round.
Yeah, but I think we reached for Dotson. But I'm gonna tell you guys this: it doesn't matter if we'd have got him or not. You got to play players to their strengths, and I'm not convinced that we would do that. We would get Michael Parsons, and next thing you know, we're not playing the boy right. Dallas playing him to his strengths. I hate to give Dallas compliments. Well, I promise you I do. I promise you.
One of the best things Dallas did.
We can get talent. We can get talent and just not play them to their strengths, no matter who it is. So,
like Collins, when we brought him down there around the line, that changed our whole defensive.
Exactly. That boy should have never been in a safety position with us. Nope. He was just getting roasted. But once we moved him closer to that line, he became a beast. He truly did.
Well, the Giants played him close to the line. See, I don't understand why they get these guys and then be like, I don't care what you used to do effectively. We want you to
do this.
To do this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and you they do that in Pop Warner. We do that, like when I was coaching AAU, if I had a chick, she was bigger than everybody else. She just got to be my center. But she might actually really be able to be a 2 guard, but she's bigger. I just put her anywhere. That's what we do. We're just going to put you over there, and you're going to get toasted, and we're going to lose games, and then we're going to send you off somewhere because it make it look like it's you. That's what we do.
The one thing Dallas did well was getting Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator, because he got this young kid in Parsons. They had some personnel already that he could utilize. And you saw how different the defense looked once they brought him along.
Right.
It's crazy.
Well, but I can't be on here much longer, and I'm itching to talk about you know what.
Okay, well, before you leave, we're gonna go ahead into that and then we'll circle back around to some other news and notes and everything. While I still got everybody. All right, today's news was the news I have been reporting since last summer, and people kept saying I was crazy. People say no, it's not going to happen, and I kept saying this is the time. Daniel Needle Brown Snyder.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the pressure has finally mounted to where they are getting. And then there's another piece of information that just came out today. They are, I think that they are planning to pursue criminal charges against the commander organization because of some financial situation too. So all of this.
I believe that when I see it.
But hey,
because Nino Snyder said, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
This is what I feel. I think now is the time. I think for him and his wife to come out publicly to say, hey, we looking for investors through a bank, that says a lot about, because she's been the one she's been the ones at the owners meeting. She's been the one knowing, and she probably know what these owners have been talking about. So who else that convinced you to say, hey, we need to sell this team is your other half? You know what I'm saying?
No, because I thought that they just told Bank of America, hey, y'all sell it for us. Just get it sold.
Well, they finding investors first.
Yeah, once they put it on Forbes, I knew once Forbes posted it, I knew it was legit. But if you guys think about, we had homecoming 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago, when they announced Miss Snyder and the crowd just started booing her and started yelling, "Sell the team," you should have seen the hurt on her face and the hurt on. What's that?
Of course.
Yeah, the hurt. She was hurt. They were booing the hell out of her and yelling, "Sell the team." And Dan had to see his wife hurt like that, and that may have been too much.
Yeah,
that may have been too much. It's one thing for us to hate him, but for him to see his wife getting booed like that too, I think we don't know, but that could play a factor.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate that. But check this out though. I kept saying it. I was like, because Jim Irsay came out. What's up, Ben? What's going on, partner? And I kept saying this. I kept saying the whole time. I said, Jim Irsay liked the match. Now somebody else gonna start the fire. And I'm still waiting. Once that report come out, and I think all of this is going to happen before the next owners meeting, because it's in December. And if that report comes out then, and all of this drops, and now they saying, oh, well, you know what? I think it's the best bet to sell the team. Is in the best interest of Daniel Snyder without getting public humiliated or drugged, because even if once he sell it, then whatever they do to him, then they do it to him.
Is it possible that some kind of way this is written with the NFL agreement that once we sell, everything goes away? Like the dirt won't come out, basically, is what I'm saying. Is there a way there can be an agreement? I believe it could be. Maybe that's what it is. Like, I'll sell, but don't put out all that dirt. I believe that's a possibility.
I don't think the House committee over there in Congress, I don't think they plan on letting it go away. I think they want to nail him as much as whatever they could get from him. I think the NFL probably say, well, hey, sell the team, and then whatever they have to do, let it go away. But you still got as some findings that's still gonna have to come out, because that prosecutor is not gonna let it go away. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what Roger Goodell don't want.
Well, I think it depends on. I think it's going to depend on who's buying the team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm wondering if Oprah Winfrey is going to surface again. The reason why I'm saying that is people forget she was going to purchase on her own by herself the Carolina Panthers, and then the owner put it back up for sale. So that obviously he was saying, "I'd be damned if I am going to sell it to you." But I think Congress is going to depend on, it could. I know y'all going to think I'm tripping. It could be Elon Musk. Like
I heard he's
I
the
can see
front
that.
runner.
Mhm.
He's the front runner.
and then in Congress, because he got all of them in his hip pocket, it will go away.
I think Elon Musk is my second thought, but Jeff Bezos is my number one thought.
I can see that too.
I think Jeff Bezos, he is close with Roger Goodell. Him and Elon are the two richest guys that there. And Jeff Bezos has been wanting the Washington franchise for years. And, he owns stuff over there on the Pacific Coast. He got the Washington Post. He wants this team. And the thing about it is, if they're looking for investors, he could be a silent investor, because I remember back then, Daniel Snyder didn't want to sell the team. And because when he first heard Jeff Bezos wanted to buy the team, he didn't want to sell. Yeah. But maybe now he don't have no choice. He don't have a choice. It ain't no maybe. He don't have a choice. But I won't be surprised if somebody like you say, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos surface as one of the investors to buy the team.
Well, Bezos clearly owns the NFL. Anybody that can just come in and say, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to move your Thursday night football to my app.
Mm-hmm.
Take this money right here, and I'm going to pay the guys all of this insane money to come over here and broadcast." So, I mean, he seems like the perfect guy. He understands marketing. We know he understands that. Amazon is taking over the world. What is it he don't know?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I tell you what, I want Dan to get his price. If he don't get his damn price, I'm starting a GoFundMe account to make sure he gets whatever it is they don't give him, so he can get this done.
Trust me, he gonna get whatever price he want. Somebody gonna pay for it. But the thing
they
about
want him out.
But think about it.
Right.
Think about this. Our team could come back to DC.
Think about this. Is there a chance? Think about this before you answer. Is there a chance that they rebrand the team again and maybe it's not the Commanders anymore?
I thought about that. I really thought about our team getting rebranded all over again.
Because we rebranded from the Washington football team like that. It wasn't that big a deal. And let's be honest, I really don't know where this Commanders name came from, because I know thousands of fans, but I only know a handful that said they wanted the name to be Commanders. Yeah. Now, I got you on the line, and I got you on the line. I mean, do you know anybody that said they wanted that name?
No, because the name that everybody was gathering,
Red Wolves.
Red Wolves. Everybody wanted Red Wolves. I wanted Red Wolves. It was catchy, but they said something about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I get that. But they took the cheap route out and getting Commanders. They got that from the San Antonio Commanders, which was like an arena team. Mm-hmm. Even a hashtag, take command, look it up when you get a minute. Look up San Antonio Commanders, and you're gonna say, "Oh, really?"
If I bought the team, the first damn thing is gonna go is the name and these trashy ass uniforms. Yes.
You don't like the unis? Shit.
Okay.
I like y'all black ones. Y'all black. I
like them black ones.
I'm
They fire.
comparing these uniforms to the Redskins uniforms. No, I don't like them.
Your ass too old school, girl.
No, she right. These uniforms they all got now, they ain't the play, bro.
I'm gonna take that black. They keep that black.
When we used to wear those yellow pants, come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Now the black to me should have burgundy numbers with gold trim. I'm just
that would be dope.
Everybody's seen the picture of Heineke and that damn thing. Well,
they didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay for the gold trim.
Yeah.
Well,
but the black with the gold numbers, it looked too Steelerish to me. We our colors are burgundy and gold, not gold and black. So you see this damn logo on my chest. That's how I wanted it to look. Burgundy with gold trim. That's what we should have been. But anyway, I know you hating on the unis, but hey, the white ones are growing on me.
I'm just saying, I just think that if Bezos, because he's a marketing genius,
right?
I know he's going to rebrand and come out with something. They need to go sit down with the owner of Nike, because God knows he has the most innovative, creative, like those uniforms at Oregon. I mean, come on.
Oregon got the best uniform in college football.
The way they can just switch up.
They got the best in the NFL.
Well, who has the best unis in the NFL, if you had to say?
I do like when the Saints have on that black. I do.
Well, what about the Seahawks? The way they can change it up.
I don't like the Seahawks.
I don't like that. I don't like that loud color shit.
Yeah,
I don't like when they go to that green. When they got the blue, they got that. I like that green.
But I'm gonna tell you who got the baddest helmets. Them damn Tyler Murray.
Oh, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen their helmets? The black.
Yeah, that's some bad.
No, they're
that's
not
some
black.
bad.
That's the thing. They're not black.
No, they wore all black uni.
They're not black. That's
what
what
is?
It's a metallic dark red. It close at a distance, it looks black. Like when the light shine on it, you can see that red beam.
Well, we need to have that shit in burgundy. Trust.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I kind of like the matte burgundy helmets that we have. You see the damn helmet in my display cabinet here, don't you? I had to have it.
Yeah.
Now, is it gonna be worth shit when if Bezos get it and change the name?
I don't know. Hey, all I can say,
that helmet I'd have spent hundreds of dollars on them. I had to let go for $30.
Hey, what I'll say, you better get them as collector items right now, because you never know what's going to happen. Because by the time next year, when the season over, trust me, it's going to be a changing of the guard completely. So, I kept saying it a lot. A lot of people kept saying, "Well, hey, it's not going to happen." And I was like, yeah, I believe this time around, it's too much going on. And then I'm gonna tell you what really put the nail in the coffin when that owner from the Phoenix Suns. That stuff happened. I already knew it. I said, okay.
Well, why didn't they just contact the NBA? Because God knows they did that with a Swiss Army knife. Like, it was just, we're getting ready to get rid of you. This is the reasons why. And it was done and not even talked about anymore. Just get out of here.
And that's two owners in the NBA that had to sell their team. The Clippers guy and the guy for Phoenix. So, I guess it'd be to continue on that note. So, all right, before you go Reem. Minnesota comes to us Sunday. Minnesota's
Nikki, damn.
Wait, what time
I just said, I could chill Sunday. I ain't got to be stressed out. None of this.
Yeah, because Dallas is off. Dallas is off this week. Philly has the Texans. Who y'all got?
We on the bye too. We play the Texans.
So it's only us and Philly playing this week.
But I want to hear Nikki's opinion on what the hell she think the result of our game going to be.
Yeah, she all like,
yeah, I'm like,
Nikki, can you enlighten them, please?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on what Kirk Cousins gonna show up.
It's 1 o'clock. You know what Kirk Cousins gonna show up. 1 o'clock Cousins. Then it's gonna lose.
It just depends on Kirk Cousins and how he show up. He's not good at daytime games.
Yeah, but he
plays
well
at nighttime games.
1 o'clock? That dude is amazing.
My concern.
Yeah, 1 o'clock he is, but it's supposed to be a blackout game, so we're gonna be in our black unis.
It don't matter.
But he plays well. He plays well in that stadium, though.
But y'all going to them or they coming to y'all?
No, they coming to us.
Yeah, they gonna lose.
So this is all I got to say.
We're gonna win the game, and I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna win the game.
he ain't running for 17 yards for a touchdown on us.
All I'm saying
is Chase Young playing?
We're gonna shock
We
the
don't know
world.
yet.
We're gonna
We
win.
don't know yet. We'll know his fate by Friday.
I say we're going to shock the world and win, and Heineke is going to ball out. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the city will be on fire, and it's already on fire just based on the news we heard today. So it may be a carryover with that. And if that's the case, woo.
So that leads me into my theory. Well, what I had in my mind. Everything that has happened has transpired because all the players been talking about it. They, giving, Terry, he's one of the captains. So he had his media day today. I believe that we will beat Green Bay. I mean, not Green Bay, Minnesota. We'll be Minnesota. We will beat the Vikings Sunday. I think this is going to be an emotional game for us. I think it's going to be probably one of our most complete games. We should have almost everybody back. I think Jahan might play this game because he was out for the last 4 games. I think
he didn't practice today, so
he didn't practice.
No, he didn't.
So I guess the scouting report will probably be for Friday. Logan Thomas, Cole Turner. I think all of them should be back. Probably De'Ami Brown be back. So we'll know by Friday. But regardless, I think our defense is playing at a high level now. And I think that trend is going to continue because Kirk Cousins will turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? If you put pressure on him, he will turn the ball over. So
we know all too well, don't we?
Yeah, but if you don't put pressure on him, the kid is accurate as hell. He'll hurt us. So we gotta put some pressure on him. Hopefully, I can see Jamin on some blitzes. You got to make him get rid of the ball.
Well,
actually, Kurt gets rid of the ball quicker than anybody. 3 seconds, the ball's out his hand.
No. Brady got that on lock, man. No.
You think?
Yeah, Brady.
Look it up. Look it up.
Well, Kirk right there. Kirk right there.
Brady get that ball out of his hand before you could even blink. But I think with St. Jude's on Justin Jefferson, that's their main guy they throw to all the time. Kirk Cousins throw to all the time. Dalvin Cook, he's explosive, but I think our run defense has
they throw to that kid a lot out the backfield.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta watch his ass over there in the flat.
Yeah,
they throw to him a lot, right?
Yeah, we gotta watch.
Who's our other starting corner? Is it Wild Goose now?
No, it's Wild Goose is a nickel corner. St. Jude is the other corner, and Fuller, and then you got Forrest and Cam Curl in the safety position, and you got Wild Goose comes in the Buffalo nickel spot.
Yeah, well,
I need Justin Jefferson to have a big game because I have him in my fantasy team, and he didn't show up last week for me.
Who gives a damn?
Well, he might not
give a damn.
He might not show up this week either. So, and then Philly
I don't want to see a whole bunch of gritty shit going on in my.
I can tell you what, if Terry get hot this game, because trust me, they ain't gonna be stopping him. So Minnesota probably thought they was going to Carson Wentz, but no sir, Bob. You getting the legend.
You still getting one of Clark Cousins. This is going to be the Curtis Samuels game. Watch my prediction on this one. Curtis Samuels, 2 touchdowns.
And I forgot. He had a good game last week also. Yeah. And the way they
play again,
huh?
Who does Philly play again?
The Texans
tomorrow, Thursday night.
They're gonna beat the fucking Texans, okay?
Yes.
Where's the game?
In
Amazon
Texas.
Prime. And
No. Is it in?
It doesn't matter.
In Houston.
It
don't matter because Houston trash.
It don't.
Yeah, they're not gonna beat it.
Listen, that's a trap game.
Yeah, the Texans are the trap is how bad the Texans are gonna get beat.
Hey, your boy ain't going out like that. What's that coach down there?
Lovie Smith. Oh, he losing.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to tell you. He gonna
well,
take
guys, I have to go. I gotta.
All right.
Cook a snack.
I will get with you later. because I got some important news to talk to you about. So
all right, call me.
all right.
Call me about 10. Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, Nikki, condolences again. You know, you're stronger than most. You're stronger than most, and prayers up for you and your family. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to have you back, Nikki.
Certainly.
Now, guys, we pretty much cover everything. I know Nikki, you came in a little later, but definitely I do have some important news, and I do want to share it off air with everybody. It's good to see y'all again. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for making this segment always special. We get to cut up, we get to have fun, we get to talk trash. There's some big things going, will be happening to this segment. So once I get at the 1:30 mark, I'll go ahead and end the stream.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with you, Nikki, because I do. Do you feel that with the way Totally Parlay played Sunday, do you feel that do you think Zeke will be back with y'all, or y'all will find a trade partner for him in the off season?
It's pretty cut and dry. If Zeke don't take a pay cut or refuse to restructure, he's gone. He has a $10 million cap hit next year.
Oh yeah.
Jerry not gonna have that, not gonna allow that. I don't care how much. But the thing about Jerry is, if he draft you, he gonna figure out a way to keep you on the team until you're in a wheelchair.
Right.
That's the thing about Jerry, and he loves Zeke. He loves Zeke. He went for bats with Roger Goodell behind Zeke. So.
Oh, he definitely did that.
They may work it out, and Zeke take the pay cut, or he take the restructure. I think he will, because one, he has the relationship with Dak, and two, even though Zeke has decreased in his running and things like that, which he's right on target for that, because most times it's 5-year span for running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So he's right on target to where his decreasing starts going down. So, but Tony Pollard gives you the speed. He hit the holes, but Tony Pollard's still not Zeke. He still can't do some things that Zeke do. So that's the difference in Tony Pollard and Zeke. They're tremendous. They're a great 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm.
But as you see now, injuries is starting to nag Zeke, which is what happens at that 5-year mark.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to say with Jerry, because you never know what Jerry will tell the media and tell everybody one thing, and then he'll do something totally different. Like he had everybody hyped up yesterday, like they were going to make a trade. I knew they wasn't making no trade, because trading for a wide receiver would make him look bad that he let go Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew he wasn't going to trade. I mean, he seriously did talk to the Texans about Brandon Cooks, but they wanted somebody to take that whole $18 million contract.
Ooh.
And Jerry, they wanted a second, and whoever traded wanted them to take the whole contract. So, Jerry was trying to get them to at least eat most of the contract, and then they would do the deal.
At least half.
At least half of it,
And did Cooks get traded?
No, he's still there.
No.
Nobody would eat that contract.
No.
Yeah, they wanted them to do something like with what the Bears did with Roquan trading them to Ravens.
I was wondering why Green Bay didn't, jump in.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't go after him, because they need receivers more than anything.
Green Bay
got enough receivers. They got them guys is good enough. Rodgers got to play better. He playing like a bum.
Rodgers got all that money. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money to spend. And look at Amari Cooper balling down there in Cleveland.
Yes, he is. I love Amari Cooper. I hated to see him go. And that's the thing that upsets me with Jerry a lot, is that he's petty, and he holds on to things. He simply got mad at Amari Cooper for catching COVID, not being vaccinated, not being able to play against the Raiders and the Chiefs, and they showed him on the big screen at the Mavericks game with no mask on. That just did it. Like that just did it.
Yeah, you seal your fate with that.
Yeah, that just did it. Because I mean, he could have did the same thing the Browns did to his contract when they got him. He could have did the exact same thing, but that just goes to show you that he just didn't want him in Dallas anymore. Like, you piss Jerry off, that's what he do. And if you look at our roster, the people that we keep are the people Jerry drafted. If he trades for you or picks you up in free agent, you don't stay long. He only keep the ones he draft. Like Anthony Brown should have been gone.
It took him a while to get rid of doggone
Sean Lee.
Yeah,
y'all kept him too long. Vander Esch, I think y'all keeping too long. He need to go too.
And what's the dude now that's in the booth?
I think
Tony Romo?
I think this is Vander Esch last year. Yeah, I think this Vander Esch last year as well. Because we got DeMond Clark, we got Cox. So I don't see Vander Esch staying on next year. I don't see it happening.
He get injured a lot too.
We'll see, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Well, guys, that it's been real, but like I said, don't go nowhere. But this concludes another episode of the NFC East Roundtable. Like I said, this is the best division in NFL right now. We are we have the best winning percentage. Thanks to the Commanders. Oh, it was a funny video that came out I saw on TikTok where they had they had a W or the logos on each of people's face. So they showed the Giants, Philly, and Dallas cheering, and it was I think a Dallas Cowboy reviving a Washington Commander player off the ground. And then he finally got up and he started dancing with all of them because now we have 500 and everything. So it's like we came to join the party. So I mean, it was
we the only division that's everybody above 500, right?
Yep, 500 and better.
Yeah.
So with that being said, y'all call me crazy if y'all want to, but I still feel that all four of our teams can make the playoffs. I just feel strongly, but the second half of the season is coming upon us, and I do believe the Commanders are getting healthy at the right time because they're getting healthy at the right time. The change of quarterback was necessary. Everything that's going on in DC, in Landover, Maryland right now, because I can't say DC because that's where they are in Landover, Maryland. Everything that's happening right now, this team is on the verge of a breakthrough. They just got to continue to play the way they've been playing for the last 3 weeks. Minus that Tennessee game, they still play well. They just didn't execute at the last minute.
Right.
So I just think that I think if Taylor Heineke was in there, he runs it in. That's a score. That's a game. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank y'all again. Nikki, my prayers is with you and your family. Also, Herb, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you on. You keep it entertaining, my brother. Scrub, you and Jose always show love. Me and you linked up since last year. It was crazy. Just by sharing, being on other people's platform.
Yep.
Do you remember a guy named Goat Mike?
Unfortunately.
Okay, he came through for the first time last week. I ain't talked to Goat Mike in a while, and he's like, man, it's good to see you doing, still doing your thing. I was like, yeah, but I was like, I ain't, because they all be on the basketball segment, so I try to, I don't get on that until like late in the season once football over. But anyway, thank y'all for joining us. I do want y'all guys to email me or text me y'all YouTube channel because I'm gonna start putting it in the description so people could look in there and start following y'all, look, and everything like that, so y'all channel could grow as well.
Hey guys, it was a pleasure, Nikki.
Nice meeting you.
My prayers to you and your family.
Thank you.
Don't go nowhere.
But guys, I will see you next week.
Yeah.
And we'll be in touch. I'm out.
All right.